Okay, now we are going to be dealing with some of the advanced functions in Excel. We are going to talk about SUMIF. We're going to talk about COUNTIF, SUMIF, SUMIFs, COUNTIFs, then VLOOKUP. So we'll be using this data set. We'll be using this data set to tackle some of the questions we have here. We have some questions here, and from these questions, I'm going to extract some of. I'm going to formulate questions, then send it to us for exercises. Now, the question says, find out the total revenue for each of the products mentioned in the table below. Find out the total revenue for each of the products mentioned in the table below. We have all these products inside these are data sets. These are the products. These are the products. So I want us to view this data set in hundreds of thousands. In hundreds of thousands. So we have two different ways. Excel always gives us options, the shortcuts and the conventional way of doing things. The smart way of doing things, don't let me call it the shortcut, the smart way of doing things and the conventional way of doing things. Good. Now, the first question says we should find the total revenue for pure soft detergent 100 ml. Pure soft detergent 100 ml. So we can as well come to our data set, since our data set, since our data set has been converted to a table, we can use the filter to pick it out, pure soft detergent 100 ml, which is this. So it's going to select all the pure soft detergent 100 ml for us. Then we can just come to revenue and find the total. We can see the total. We can just come to the revenue and find the total. This is the total for the total revenue generated by pure soft detergent 100 ml. Okay, if we have more, if the table is larger than this, we can still get this value this way. You get, but there is a quicker way of getting this done without we having to stress ourselves. So, and I'm going to show us. Now, we have SUMIFs, we have SUMIF. So let me just explain. We've worked with SUMIF. SUMIF is singular. SUMIFs is plural. And how do I mean? SUMIF is when you are asked to find the aggregate value of some set of values of some set of data. SUMIF comes with just one condition. It comes with just one condition, and it takes just 3 arguments. Why SUMIFs come with more than one condition, plural and singular. If you have any issue that you want to resolve or that you want to solve using SUMIF, you can use SUMIFs to solve the problem of SUMIF, but you cannot use SUMIF to solve the problem of SUMIFs. So we are going to use the two. We are going to use the two. I'm going to show us. So let's first of all use SUMIF. Then we now use SUMIFs. Equals SUMIF. So like I told us, SUMIF takes 3 arguments, 3 parameters. The first one is the range. The second one is the criteria. The third one is the sum range. Range, criteria, sum range. The first one, the range, What do I mean by the range? The range is where you are picking the column that abhors your criteria. The column that abhors your criteria, or the column that, that accommodates your criteria. So the range in this sense is a product. The range in this sense is a product. Then the criteria is each one of these products. Each one of these products is a criteria. Then the sum range is the revenue we are asked to find. Is the revenue we are asked to find. So now, this is where what we did earlier come handy. The naming convention, the naming range that we did on our table. We gave each of the columns a name, a unique name. So this is where it comes handy. Now, the range is products. All I will just be doing is I will just be calling out the names. I will just be calling now the name without having to move from one sheet to another. Normally, if I had not given the data a name, I will have to move from this sheet to where the data set is and select the data set, sorry, and select the column like this. Then I will go back. I will go back and select the criteria, which is A5. Then go out again, select the column, then close the bracket. So if you look at the formula bar, you can see that this guy is cumbersome. It's because I've given the table a name. That's why it's even a little bit, it's looking a bit neat like this. If I had not given the table a name and all that, the formula will have been lengthy than this. But let me now use the name without having to go out of this sheet. Without having to go out of this sheet, then we see which one is which one is faster and which one is a smart way of doing things. SUMIF products, comma, A5 is the criteria. That's pure soft detergent 100 ml. Then our sum range is revenue. Can we see that it's very, in fact, looking at this formula, it's you can quickly understand what this guy is saying, where you are picking what from. Hello? Are we all following?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So now this is SUMIF. We are able to use SUMIF for this because we were only given just one criteria. Just one criteria. Good. So let me now use SUMIFs to tackle the problem of SUMIF. SUMIFs. Now, when you are using SUMIFs starts taking its argument from the sum range. The sum range is our revenue. Then it's asking of criteria range 1 because it has more than one, it accepts more than one criteria. So you have criteria range 1, criteria 1, criteria range 2, criteria 2, criteria range 3, criteria 3, like that. Okay, now our criteria range 1 is products. Then our criteria 1 is A5. And we say that we got the same answer. Any question? Okay, beautiful.
There's a question.
Okay.
Please, I didn't really get it.
What is it that you didn't get there?
From the beginning of the column there. No, maybe I had network issue here.
What we are trying to do here is we are using we are asked to find the total revenue that each one of these products generated.
Okay.
And the best advanced function in Excel that can do that for us is SUMIF.
Okay.
With SUMIF. And I try to tell us that we have two types of SUMIF. We have one singular, then we have the other one plural, SUMIF and SUMIFs.
Okay.
SUMIF takes just 3 arguments or 3 parameters. Why SUMIFs? Because it's accepting, it comes with more than one condition, more than one criteria. So it takes more than 3. But you can use SUMIFs to solve the problem of SUMIF. But you cannot use SUMIF to solve the problem of SUMIFs. So let me take it again. I'm using SUMIF now. SUMIF takes 3 arguments: range, criteria, and sum range. Range is the column that above your criteria. The column that your criteria sits in. That's the range. And the range in this sense is the product. Then our criteria is each one of these products. So the first one is pure soft detergent, which I'm going to pick by reference. I'm going to pick the cell. I can pick the name, but what if it changes? So that means I have to do it manually. Then the sum range is revenue. So then use your fill and do. That's it. Is it okay now? Hello? Are you good?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay, thank you. So let's move on to the next question. Let's move on to the next question. The next question says, find out the total revenue where the quantity of products sold is less than 100. The first thing you need to do when you are tackling problem like this is this. You need to understand what the question is saying. And after you must have gotten that, you can now pick out the argument. You can now pick out the argument. Find out the total revenue. The total revenue, you know quite all right that the total, that's the aggregate function, aggregate of revenue. That's what you are asked to find. That's your sum range. You keep it aside. That's your sum range. Then what is my range? What is my criteria? Okay, the range is quantity. Now the criteria is less than 100. Total revenue, quantity less than 100. So equals sum if the range is quantity, then the criteria less than 100. I had to put it in quotes because of that sign, because of that less than. Then the sum range, revenue. So the total revenue for the quantity that is less than 100 is 16,820. So let's use some ifs. Our sum range is revenue. Criteria range 1 is quantity. Then criteria 1 is less than 100. I say that is the same answer. We got the same answer. So the next question says, find out the total revenue in the month of August. In the month of August, total revenue in the month of August. Now, the sum range is still the revenue. Then who can tell us our range and the range and the criteria? Can somebody tell us? Hello? Is anybody there?
The range.
Hello.
Hello, yeah?
The range, I think the range is the product, then the criteria is August. Is that right?
Okay. Okay. You try small. Any other person, any other option?
Okay, can I say the range is August, the criteria is
Don't, I can't stop you now. Yes. You said the range is August.
Yes.
Okay.
The criteria is revenue.
Revenue, okay. Who else? Hello? Hello? Is there another person there? Hello, yes?
Yeah, you send this to the video, Abby.
Hello?
Hmm? I think say you send this video later, Abby.
Yes.
Because when I joined, I wasn't really hearing anything at all. Because after a while, I started hearing you.
It's your network.
I didn't even be asking any question really asked.
It's your network. I'll send the link. I'm recording it.
Okay, no problem. But at the time, I cannot even answer any of your questions. I don't even know I did anymore.
Hello? Can I continue, please?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Please continue.
Okay, only two people answer my question. Which one is the criteria? Which one is the range? Which one is the sum range? Because that's the first thing that you need to know. After you've known that you are to use SUMIF's advanced function, SUMIF's function in Excel. So the next thing is for you to understand the kind of argument, you are going to supply, or the parameters. Can two more people attempt it?
And what did you say?
Which one is our range? Which one is the sum range? Which one is the criteria? The question says, find the total revenue in the month of August. Hello?
The SUMIF is
the SUMIF is the function we are making use of.
okay.
Okay. So what we need to know now is which one is the sum range, which one is the range, which one is the criteria.
Well, I think the sum range should be products. Then the range should be the revenue, and the month should be the criteria.
Okay, okay. A bit closer. A bit closer. Okay, okay. In order not to while away our time, let me just tell us. None of you people got it. None. The thing is this. The total revenue. When you total revenue, that one gives you an idea that you are summing up the total the revenue. That's a sum range. That's a sum range. Then the next thing is, after you've gotten your sum range, the next thing is the range. The range. The range is the month. August is part of the month column. Hello, it's kind of it's not straightforward, right? August is part of it's technical. The August is part of the rest of the month. August cannot stand on its own. So the sum range is total revenue. Then the range is the month, while August is the criteria. Did you get it now? Okay, so let's go. Sum ifs, then the sum range is revenue. Our criteria range 1 is month. Month sold. This guy gave it month sold. So it's the same thing. So then August, we are going to use 8. We are asked to use 8. We are using 8. So this is the value. And we can as well go back to our data set and filter it. Filter all the products sold in the month of August and now find their the total revenue, or find all the revenue generated in the month of August. Then we can now total it. So the next question.
Sorry, sir. Why the 8?
They've given us a clue. If you check the data set, you can see from the data set, they are in numbers.
Okay.
They are in numbers, not in words.
Okay. Okay.
They are all in numbers. So that's why.
Okay, please put it on the formula again, please. So 8. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Please
So
just hold on the formula, please.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So the next question says, find the total revenue of products for which total revenue is greater than 2,000, less than 2,000, equals 2,000, does not equal to 2,000. So which one is sum range? Which one is criteria? Which one is our range?
So sum range is revenue.
Okay.
The range is the products.
Okay.
The criteria, we have greater than 2,000, criteria
Okay.
1.
And all that. Okay.
Less than 2,000, criteria 2.
Okay.
Just like that. Yes.
You almost got everything. You almost got everything. But it was a nice try. It was a nice try. Now, if you look at it very well, we have some words that are recurring. The total revenue, that's the first one. For which total revenue, that's the second one. So some range is revenue. Range is revenue. The criteria is greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to. Hello?
We are with you.
Did you get the explanation, sir?
No.
Go over it again, sir.
Okay, let me take it again. If we look at the question says, find the total revenue. Forget about the products. Product is silent.
Yes.
Find the total revenue. That's one. If we remove the product, it won't affect the question. We can say, find the total revenue, comma, for which total revenue is greater than. You can see it. It's like, it's just pure English. They are just using that product to confuse one. So what we are after is we are comparing. We want to get the total revenue. That's a sum range. Now we want to compare all the revenues, all these 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. They are part of the revenue, and they are our criteria. So the criteria, you use the criteria to determine your range. Is a criteria that once you are able to identify your criteria, the criteria will point you to your range. Like this August, the 8th is in the month. August is part of the month, the rest of the month. Then this 2,000 and all that, they are part of the revenue. Then if you look at the first one, this quantity, this less than 100, they are talking about total revenue, where the quantity of products sold is less than 100. Less than 100 is the quantity. That it's a criteria. So where does that one belong to? It belongs to the quantity. Did we get it?
Yes.
Thank you. So let me move on. Some ifs, then some ranges, revenue. Our criteria range one is what? Revenue as well. Then the first one is greater than 2,000. So the second one is the same thing, but it's just the criteria that is different. Revenue, then less than 2,000. I've written 2,000, I've written 20,000. Then the next one, equals to 2,000. Some ifs, revenue, then 2,000. I expected someone to ask me a question. Why didn't I put quotes around 2,000?
Yes. I was about asking too.
Okay. If I had put quotes, it's not going to affect it. But on a normal day, 2,000 is a number. It's a numeric value. It's numeric value, so you don't quote it. If I quote it, it won't affect it. But because those other ones as symbols,
Okay.
you can see.
Okay.
You can see it's not going to affect it. But in some other instances, this quote will have converted this 2,000, which is a numeric value, to a string. Will have converted it to another kind of data type. So that's why I don't quote it. I don't put quotes around my numbers. So the next one is does not equal to 2,000. So revenue, comma, revenue, comma, now does not equal to, we take this symbol, less than and equal to, sorry, less than and greater than. So it's going to take the two of them. That's what Excel understands as not equal to. In programming, we use exclamation mark and equality sign together to connote or to denote not equal to. So this is what we get. Did we all get this? Let me just put it in 125. Can I move on?
Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you. So the next question says, the next function that we are going to deal with is COUNTIF. COUNTIF. We have quite a number of these functions that comes with condition, that comes with criteria. We have some if, some ifs. We have COUNTIF, COUNTIFs. We have average if, average ifs. We have max if, max ifs, mean if, mean ifs. So if you're able to understand one, then you use that, use the idea of that to tackle it. For instance, now, let's assume we are asked to find this COUNTIF that we want to use now. We know count, we count the number of cells that are not empty. Now, they're asking us to count. What are we counting? We are counting the number of pure soft detergent 100 ml. I don't know if you're getting my point. We are not just counting as in counting. We want to count respective to these products. And these products are the criteria. Are we getting my point?
Yes.
Beautiful.
So the product is the criteria.
Yes, yes, in this context. The product is the criteria. So, and COUNTIF only takes two arguments. COUNTIF, we only take two arguments, range and criteria. Range and criteria. And like I told us, once you are able to identify your criteria is a pointer to your range. Now, the pure soft detergent 100 ml belongs to where? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Criteria.
I said the pure soft detergents, it's our criteria. And once you're able to identify your criteria, the criteria will point you to the range. So pure soft detergents belongs where?
Product.
Yes, beautiful. Product, yes. Product. So our range is products. Then what we are looking for is A6, which is I use the reference name. That's pure soft detergents.
Sorry, is it possible for you to put the criteria first before the range?
According to this, according to this function, He
Okay.
accepts the range first before the criteria.
Okay.
But if you are dealing with count ifs, if you are using count ifs to tackle this issue, it's going to ask you for, okay, this guy too is asking for criteria range 1 followed by criteria. So it's in a similar way. But if you try to be some ifs do it the other way around.
Okay.
Did you get it? So this one we take the product and taking this guy. So even though we are using, so with the help of your fill handle, you're able to get.
My own is giving me error.
What is it that you are clicking?
The same thing, the same formula that you placed there is giving me a main question.
It's giving you what? Hello?
Name and a question mark.
Question mark. That means
It's giving me ash. Yes, ash, name and a question mark.
that means something is wrong with the formula, with the function you are using.
Okay, please, can you take it again, the first one?
That you placed
Hold
there.
on. No, hold on. It's the same thing. If you are doing the same thing, that means you should get the same answer I'm getting. I'm not performing magic. So what you are going to do for me is this. Double click on that your function. You get the same way I double click it like this. Double click it, take a snapshot and send it to my phone.
Okay, let me do that now.
Quickly do that now so that we can move on to the next one. So let me take the next one. The next one says,
okay, I'm doing it.
Sorry, I have a question.
Okay, what's the question, please?
When using some, if the other sheet we just use now,
Okay.
the range is still the product, right?
Because we are dealing with the products.
Yeah, also the range also is the product.
Because you are dealing with the products. If you are dealing with something else, then it will change. Did you get it? Hello?
I'm trying to get it. It means
okay, hold on. What we are dealing with,
what's the difference between count if and some if?
if you are dealing with just hold on, I'm coming. If you are dealing with quantity, your range will be quantity. We are dealing with the product, so our range is the product. Are you getting my point?
I'm getting you.
Okay. Thank God. Thank God. Hello, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
The product you pick, yes. Hold on. The product you picked, it's a function. You didn't pick the product of the name of the column. Let me show you the product that you picked. The product you pick supposed to be in lowercase, but you pick this product. You pick this. This is a function. And this one will always give you an error. Did you get it?
Oh.
This is what you picked.
Yes, I got you now. Let me change it.
So it's a function. The product you are supposed to pick will be in lowercase, in the proper case. Okay, can I move on?
No, please. I didn't get that.
Okay, what's that? Which one?
You said the products.
If you look at, let me do this. Now we have, look at them.
Okay.
The product you are going to pick, we have a kind of table. We have two products there.
Okay, sir.
One that has table and one that has FX.
Okay, sir.
The one with FX is product as a multiplication. It's a function in Excel. So
Okay,
if you
sir.
pick that one, it's going to trigger an error.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Can I move on? Beautiful. So now look at this question. This one says, count the number of sales for which revenue meets the following criteria. Let's look at it together. Count the number of sales for which revenue meets the following criteria. Now, which one is our sum range? No, we are not even dealing with sum range. We are dealing with criteria now. Sorry, we are dealing with COUNTIF. We are using COUNTIFs. So COUNTIFs, sorry. COUNTIFs. So which one is our criteria range 1, then criteria 1? Hello?
That's the
Revenue.
product.
The question says, count the number of sales for which revenue meets the following criteria.
Criteria 1 is revenue.
Okay, criteria 1 is revenue. Okay, what is criteria range 1?
Sorry?
You said criteria 1 is revenue,
Yes.
right? So what is our criteria range 1?
Criteria range 1 is the sales number.
You almost got it.
Criteria one
Okay.
is criteria 1 is the $1,000. Then
Beautiful.
greater than $1,000, less than $1,000.
Good. Okay. Then the criteria range 1, what is it?
A revenue.
Beautiful. Let me clap for you from here. Like I told you, your criteria will always point to the range. Criteria will always point to range. What we are doing is we are asked to count the number of sales. We can remove the number of sales. We can just say count for which, or do counting for which revenue meets the following criteria. In fact, we've been told that greater than, less than, and all of that, there are criteria. So, and they are pointing to revenue. They are pointing to revenue. So how do we go about that? So our criteria range 1 is what? Is revenue. Abi? Then the criteria 1 is greater than 1,000. Okay, so the next one is less than 1,000. The next one is equal to 1,000. The next one is does not equal to 1,000. So I will leave us to do all of that.
Please, let's do the first criteria again, the first one, the greater than.
Our criteria range 1 is revenue. Criteria range 1 is revenue. Then the criteria is greater than 1,000. Like I told us, once it has that symbol, greater than or less than, we are going to quote it. Because if you do not put quotes, see what it's going to do. It's going to trigger an error.
Sorry, I think this is the same with what the first man said.
What did he say, sir?
Criteria range 1. Revenue,
No,
but I think
he said he mixed it. He said he picked sales and he picked 1,000.
okay.
Okay. Is it okay now, sir?
Yes, sir. It's okay, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. So the next question says, count the number of sales occurring in each of the sales channel. So I'm not going to do this. I want you people to do this for me, to teach me this. So which function are we using? COUNTIFs. Okay. You've been told. Okay. So which one is our criteria range 1? Which one is our criteria 1? I'm waiting. Hello.
Online.
I'm with you, sir.
Criteria.
I think the criteria 1 is in the sales channel, which is online, direct, and retail. Those are the criteria. Then the criteria range 1 are the sales.
Don't fall my hand again. I retrieve my clap. I retrieve my clap. Look at you now.
Okay, let me think it through later.
I don't give you Jojo. I don't give you your Jojo. Oh yeah, take it again. Take it again. Take it again. I don't declap since. Okay, take it again. Take it again, please. Queen Adenike, take it again. Oh yeah, now.
Okay.
Let me see.
Why she's thinking?
Okay.
Can you say?
Oh yeah, gift.
I got the criteria 1, right?
Take it again. I can't remember what you said. Okay, it's you. Okay, gift. Sorry.
Yeah, criteria 1 is the sales channel, which is online, direct, and retail. Am I right?
Okay.
Umba.
Okay. Criteria 1 is the sales.
Criteria. Hold on. We are looking for criteria range 1. Criteria 1
is sales.
Okay.
Then the criterion is online.
No, you mix it up. You got 1 out of 2. Any other person? You want to try again, gift?
Okay, let me try. I think count the number of sales occurring in each of the sales channel. Okay, the numbers, I don't know how we put it. The numbers are the criteria range 1s, then the sales channels.
Oh, you are going to clap for me.
Sales channel is the criteria range 1.
Beautiful. Yes. Then what is your criteria 1?
Online.
Beautiful. 1-1. Share it. 1-1. Share it. 1-1. Okay, thank you. So, like I said, you know, I've said it over and over. Your criteria will always point to the range, whether you're using SUMIF or you're using COUNTIF. Anyone that asks for range, so your criteria will always point to the range. Now, the criteria that we have here are online, direct, retail. And where do they belong to? They belong to sales channel. So our criteria range 1 is sales channels, or sales channel, as the case may be. I can't remember the way we named it. So we just say sales channel. You can say sales channel. Then any of this will be our criteria 1. So it's A32, You can see. Any question? Hello?
Hello.
Any question?
So what I'm trying to picture out is that now we are looking at the number of sales online, right?
Yes. Yes.
And that where can we get? We have sales. We have several ways, several sales channels.
Channels.
We have
Yes.
the online, we have
Yes.
the direct, and we have
Yes.
the retail.
Good.
So now our focus should be the online sales in the channel.
I didn't get that.
We are trying to determine the online sales.
We are not. No. That's not what we're looking at. We want to count the number of sales made online, the number of sales made through direct sale, the number of sales made through retail or retailing or something. That's what we are asked to do. We are not focusing on any of the, we are not, how do I put it now? We are not doing analysis per se. So no focus on anything. We are just asked to get the number of sales
made online
that were made online through direct sales and through retail.
Okay.
Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Thank you. Any other question?
When we are doing the second question, you said we can do it the other way, filter it, something like that. I don't understand that.
Okay. Okay, let me go back to data sets. Everything we're using function for. Like I said earlier, Excel gives us more than one ways of getting things done. A smart way of getting things done and a conventional way of getting things done. Now, all these things that we did now, we can get them through our data sets. Now, we have our sales channel. This is sales channel.
Mm-hmm.
So let's pick direct sale. These are all the sales that were made directly. So we are asked to count the number of sales. Hold on. Where is the COUNTIF? Number of sales made. So how many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did you get it?
Yes.
9. So if we pick online, but this time around, we cannot use count for this one because count will count the cells that has numbers. But counter can do this for us. Why is this guy picking 102? Let me see. Okay, I know why. He's picking everything. He's picking everything. Some of the cells are hidden.
Yes.
So he's picking everything. That's why. He's picking everything. Even the ones that are hidden. That's why. But if you count it one after the other, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Okay, I think I've missed one. So That's how to get it done. Did we get that?
Yes.
If you are using a conventional way, you can use your filter. But what happens if your data set is larger than this? So that means it's going to take you a longer time. Fine, you are going to get the same answer, but it's going to take you a longer time. If you use your filter, to filter anyone that you want to filter. You filter some out, you filter some in, then you now start to do your calculation and all that. So it's going to take some time, take a longer time than somebody that uses the function. Now, the next one says, count the number of sales with quantity less than 100, greater than 100, equal to 100, not equal to 100. So we have two criteria. Sorry, we have two arguments. Criteria range 1 and criteria 1. So which one is our criteria range 1? Which one is our criteria 1? Hello? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello? Yes.
Criteria range 1. Range 1 should be
Okay.
sales. Then
Results.
You said? I'm with you. Yes, yes, yes. I'm with you. I'm listening, no, bros.
Okay.
Better than less than. Those ones are the criteria 1.
Okay. Okay.
Then the sales, the sales is the criteria range. Range 1. See, that's why nobody wants to talk, because everybody's afraid of failing.
The sales, no. The sales is the same thing as quantity. Like I said, the criteria will always point to the range. The less than 100, the 100 is coming from where?
The
quantity. From quantity.
Yes.
It's coming from the quantity. So it's always point to the quantity. So your criteria will always point to the range. So always point to the range. Always point to the range.
So can I say the criteria range is quantity, while the range is 100?
Less than.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's equals to count ifs, and criteria range 1 is quantity. Then the first one is greater than 100. So I can leave the other one for us, Abby. Let me just leave the other ones for us. Right?
Can you point the formula again? Let's see. Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So we can tackle the remaining one. We only have a few ones left. These ones, how come less than is the one I left for you? I didn't leave the one that are tougher than this. I have to have left the one that are tougher. But don't worry, we are going there. So are we good with this? So we've been able to undo some ifs, COUNTIFs. So don't worry. Okay, today, tomorrow. Okay, we just have tomorrow. So probably after Sunday's class, I will send us some exercises that we just work with. Then after Excel, we have an assessment, online assessment. So I'm going to send the link to the group. So everybody will just to know how far you've gone, just to test your knowledge in Excel. So the next question is VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. Sorry, not the next question. The next advanced function is VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. That the V is vertical lookup. We have VLOOKUP. We have HLOOKUP. They do similar thing. HLOOKUP is horizontal. VLOOKUP is vertical. They use the function to search. You use the function to search vertically, to search your data vertically. For instance, in a developed country, let's pick maybe United States of America as an example. They don't need to know you, but once they're able to get one information about you, probably your social security number, or even your voice. They can use your voice to know, to get your identity. So let's say, for instance, you're able to get your ID, SSN, your social security number. It's going to give them everything about you, your relative, how long you've been staying in your locality, the kind of job you do, where you go to, what you do, the kind of person you are. So VLOOKUP search for value. We can use it to search for data within the table, within a data set. So we use VLOOKUP to search vertically, HLOOKUP horizontally. So without wasting much of our time, let me just use it. Let me increase this. Can we all see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The question says you are given the small subset of data from your client. So we have the distributor ID. So we are asked to use this distributor ID to search for the country of all these distributors and to search for their names. Did you get it? We want to use this to get this person's country, where the person comes from, and to get the person's name. Like I said, VLOOKUP, we always look for, once they're able to get just one thing about the person, they can use that thing to search for every other thing about the person. Okay, so now how do we go about that? So equals to VLOOKUP. It's a function, and VLOOKUP takes about 1, 2, 3, 4 arguments. It takes 4 arguments, and I'm going to explain. VLOOKUP takes lookup value. The lookup value is that thing, is that information that you have about the person you are looking for. Is that information you have about what you are looking for, about your search. That information that you can't go to Google now and you don't know what you are searching for, and you just click on Google search engine. You can't just go there without you know what you are looking for. And you just tell Google, I don't know what I'm looking for, so search for what I'm looking for. Google won't know that. It's not possible. So you just have to have one information about the person you are looking for. Even if it's the name of the person, we have several people bearing the same name. So, okay, I know this person. I'm looking for Olusegun Obasanjo, and you know it's not just one person. that BS Olusegun Obasanjo. So put it in the VLOOKUP function. Then it's going to search. Then it cannot bring several whatever for you and all that if it's not the exact. If it's not just one name that is there. So it cannot, oh, no, this is not this person. It's not this person. It's not, oh, it's this person I'm looking for. Okay. Now, VLOOKUP does this. It takes arguments. Like I rightly said, lookup value. That's the first argument. The second argument is a table array. The third argument is column index number. Column index number. And the last one is range lookup. Range lookup. So now our lookup value is the distributor ID. Is that information that you have. It may not necessarily be the ID, but that information that you have about what you are looking for. Okay, so this guy is A5. Oh, sorry, not A5. This is B5. B5. Then table array. Table array is the name of the table that you want to search from. The name of the table you want to search from. So I want to use our data underscore set. That's the name of my table. Okay. Then the column index. The column that you want to search from. Let me take us back to our data set. We want to use this data set. Or we are using this data set. So this is column index 1, index 2, index 3, index 4, index 5, like that. Are we getting it? So the country is in, I think, index 3. 1, 2, 3. So the column, the country is index 3 equals to VLOOKUP B5 data underscore set column index 3. Then the next one, which is our range lookup, we have true, which is approximate match. Then we have false, which is exact match. Now, we use 0 and 1 to represent true and false. 0 means exact match. That is, I'm very sure the person I'm looking for is in this column. I'm certain about that the person or the name I'm looking for is in this column. So you key in 0. But if you are not so sure that the person is not there, you key in 1. Then it's going to give you approximate match. The approximate match, the one that is closest to what you are looking for. Okay, so I'm supplying 0. And this guy is from South Africa. So let's go and check this 23265. 23265. Sorry, 23265. 23265. You can see Uriel Benton, South Africa. The person is from South Africa. You can see it. So let's go back. We are asked to find the guy's name. Equals VLOOKUP B5. That's the ID. I'm using reference, cell reference. Then the table array, data set. Then column index, that's 2. Then range lookup, that's 0. Uriel Benton, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sir, please, you need to take this again. We are all quiet because.
Okay, let me take it again. Let me take it again. Let me take it again.
Okay.
VLOOKUP,
Okay.
like I explained earlier, you use it to search. How do you search? You must have however small information about the person. You get. In this context, it's usually the name or the number. But if you want to take it to a civilized world, you can get the person's name, can get the person's picture, can get the person's biometrics and the likes. But in Excel, you have to have a piece of information about the person, probably the number, the name, the country and all that. But in this context, in this question, we were given an hint. We are given hints by giving us the distributor IDs. And we are asked to use the distributor IDs to get the country and the distributor name that those IDs belong to. Okay, so we are using the VLOOKUP function to help us to do the search. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
And one more thing, you can only do the search if you have your table inside the worksheet you are working with. Sorry, inside the workbook. The whole of this stuff is workbook. We can, in a workbook, you can have as many sheets as possible. Once the data set is not part of this workbook, I cannot use VLOOKUP to search for it. Let's assume that I have another workbook on my system, and that's the one I want to search for, I want to search from. I can't use this stuff to search from the one that is not up. I don't know if you're getting my point.
Yes.
Did you get my point?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. You can't lock up a room and you are outside trying to look for what is inside the room. It's not possible. Okay? So the workbook, the old workbook, you can search from that workbook if it's up. Okay? Beautiful. So now the lookup value is the information we have that I want to use to search for other information about these people, the country and the distributor name. So we are starting with the country. Then table array is the name of our table, which is data set. Then the column index, the column that the value you are looking for resides. The column that you are sure that now is the country. So we are looking for the country of this, the owner of this distributor ID. We are looking for the person's country in the country column. Okay, so the column index number is 3. And the range lookup is 0, which is approximate value.
Can you explain why you are using that 0 again?
Why I'm using what?
0.
I said exact value, exact match.
Okay, okay.
If it is exact match, you use 0.
Okay.
If it's approximate match, you use 1. That is the closest. Approximate match, use 1. If you are not sure that the person is there, or if you know that the person is not there, so you are looking for something or something very close to what you are looking for.
Okay.
But in this context,
okay,
we know that.
Can you use 1? Let's see what happens.
It's not going to give us the value because the person is there. You can see.
Okay.
The person is there.
Okay.
Most of the time, when you are using VLOOKUP, the value you are looking for, it resides in that column.
Sheet. Okay. Okay.
So B5 data set, then distributor name. I think it's in column 2.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we will use that to solve this. I will leave us to solve this using VLOOKUP. Okay. So let me just do this. I will do this sales channel. Then I will leave us to do this and to do these other ones. Are we good with that?
Yes.
Thank you. So sales channel, which column is sales channel? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The index number for sales channel is 6.
Okay.
So equals VLOOKUP. This guy, table array, data set, column index number 6, then 0. You can see it's retail. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. So, do we have any question?